Welcome to Magic Hour. I am your host, Paul Chappell. And guys, I wasn't going to talk about this. I like to keep this channel on a positive note. And there's nothing positive about death. And that's coming from somebody who lost both his parents. And this one particularly hit close to home. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Chadwick Boseman passed away of cancer, colon cancer. And it hit close to home because my oldest brother died of cancer and they were almost the same age. My brother was 42, Chadwick was 43. And it also hit close to home because, and I only found this out when he died, he actually grew up in Anderson, South Carolina, which is 100 miles from Greenville, my hometown. And we were almost the same age. I think I'm a year older than him. So that just hit me hard because this dude was going to high school at the same time I was going to high school, in a high school 100 miles away. So crazy. This was crazy close to home. As you already know, he played James Brown, he played Thurgood Marshall, he played Jackie Robinson, and he played, of course, T'Challa in Black Panther. So my love to his family and to all of his fans. We're all hurting. But yeah, this was close to home. I can't tell you. I hope to God that you don't have someone in your family. Let me just say, everybody who's watching out there, you never have to experience the pain of somebody dying from cancer or dying from anything really. But cancer is just, it's such a, I can't even talk about it. The reason I wanted to bring him up today, though, is because Whoopi Goldberg, of all people, made this great suggestion on Twitter. And man, I am so happy I'm finally taking Twitter seriously, because for years I had a Twitter account that I totally ignored. But man, there are so many news items that come up on Twitter, or just good ideas on Twitter. There's also a lot of negativity, but like I said, I don't want to focus on the negativity. Let's just focus on what Whoopi Goldberg proposed. And my God, this is a great idea. Why hasn't anybody thought of this? Let me just go ahead and read it. Dear people in charge of building new experiences, Disneyland and World, we don't need another Frozen Land, but what we could use is Wakanda. Please, Disney World, Disneyland, please build in Chadwick Boseman's name, Wakanda. Now, she did misspell Wakanda, but we won't hold Whoopi to that. This is a great freaking idea. I can't believe she was the first one to suggest this. I didn't even think about this. And I'm all about Disney and Marvel. So, God, that would be such an awesome thing. Now, first of all, it wouldn't work at Disneyland. I don't think they have the land out there to do it. I think when they bought Disneyland, everything surrounding it was bought up by other companies. So they don't have any more space at Disneyland. So I'm pretty sure they couldn't do it at Disneyland. But Disney World, one of the reasons that Walt Disney bought land down there is he bought it in secret, first of all, but he bought it because it was so plentiful. It was in kind of like the Everglades area, and it was swampland, so it was cheap. But he also bought enough of it so that they could continue building. That's why they call it Disney World. So there is a lot of land there. I mean, they have closed parks at Disney World, and just let them be. I mean, there are videos on YouTube of parks they have closed. They had an island that they closed. I think it was called Discovery Island or something. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, they have a lot of land that they own, and they could definitely do a Wakanda land. I mean, it's such a great idea. I can just see in my mind's eye that big statue of the Black Panther. And yes, do it in Chadwick Boseman's name. I mean, that would be a lasting tribute to him. Now, there is some dispute on Twitter. There's some people, this person right here says that, oh, well, Disney couldn't do that. They don't, that's Black Panther is a Marvel movie. Disney owns Marvel. If you don't understand that by now, you should, let me clear it up for you. Disney owns Marvel. They own Star Wars. They own Pixar. They own 20th Century Foxes. They own the X-Men and all that stuff that 20th Century Fox made. They own the Simpsons. They own a lot of stuff. Now, here's the problem. According to some of these comments I've read, it seems to be that Universal has a Marvel land in Florida, and that this, of course, probably before Disney bought the rights to Marvel. So I don't know what because here's the problem. There are different rights for these properties. Like, for instance, as you probably already know from some of my past videos, Disney owns Marvel, but they don't own Spider-Man. Sony owns Spider-Man. And they share rights with it because I guess Marvel gave them a bunch of money so that they could get Spider-Man into the MCU. So, in the way I understand it, you got movie rights, you got television rights, and there's different layers of different rights to these characters. So, Disney might not have the rights to a theme park. I don't know. I haven't been to Disney World since 2009. I think I went out there, but I think they do have a Avengers Land. But I don't know necessarily. I don't know. I don't know who. I'm pretty sure they own the rights, but I'm not entirely certain. So don't hold that against me if I'm wrong. But this is a great idea. And man, if they could do this, just think of all the jobs they could bring to black people, because you're going to have black people in this park to make it authentic. The same way you got white actors playing these princesses at the parks. Hey, we got to have black extras at the Black Panther park, the Wakanda park. Wakanda. Just think of that. Wakanda in Florida. Just a great idea. I want to thank Whoopi Goldberg for just putting this idea out there, because I cannot believe I didn't think of it first. I mean, this is such a natural idea. They should have been thinking about this when the movie came out years ago. I mean, the thing about Marvel is they don't have a lot of imaginary cities or countries or anything. That's something that DC does a lot, like Gotham City, Metropolis, all that. Marvel doesn't really do that. Spider-Man, he swings around New York. Iron Man has his base in Los Angeles. I mean, Marvel has always been in the real world. Wakanda was probably the only specific land that they created for one of their superheroes. And naturally, that's because Americans don't know crap about Africa. So it's easy to say, hey, there's a country called Wakanda, but we won't get into the politics of that. Like I said, we'll say that discussion for another time. But yes, this is a great idea, and it would be a great tribute to this great man. And that's it. That's all I got to say about that. Disney, if you're listening, get on it. This is a great idea. It's only a win-win. But anyway, that's all I got for today. I'd like to thank my subscribers and encourage you, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you're already a subscriber. And I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching. Wakanda forever.